Hi everyone, it is me, Jordan Long here, and today I'm going to talk about why I don't choose. Why I don't choose and Gavin, Reich, Earldom are near choosing, and why some folks will make a big deal out of it, and why some folks will not make a big deal out of it. You see, when a lot of folks always talk about who they're going to choose for four-sitter, who they're going to choose for the Winnemalt House of the Elders, House of the Folks, who they're going to choose for Reich leader in the Winnemalt House of the Folks, House of the Elders, or the High Devers, or who they're going to choose from Earldom leader and the Folkmalt, or near leader in the Folkmalt, or High Devers. I don't do that. I keep out of it. And some folks will make a big deal out of it. They'll go, shit, fuck. Come on. They'll be like, oh, Jordan, are you going to be choosing someone for the 2024 YL choosing? No, I'm not going to be choosing anyone. Fuck, sorry. What do you mean you don't choose? It's a folk Reich. Oh, bullshit. It's a folk Reich, Jordan. And you do have a say in who lords over you and who runs the Gavin, Reich, Earldom, and Near Lawmoots. Yes, I know that it's a folk Reich, and it's been a folk Reich since 1776 YL. I get that, I know that. But here's what you don't get. It's a choose to either choose or not to choose. And I don't want you going around, guilting me or shaming me or scathing me or slighting me for not choosing who the four-setter was every 4 years, or choosing who was in the Winnemalt, who was in the House of the Elders, House in the Lord every 4 years or so, or who was the Reich Elder for about 4 or 5 years, and who was in the Winnemalt, the House of the Elders, House of the Folks, who was the High Devers, who was the Earldom leader, who was in the Folkmalt, who was the High Devers, who was the Near leader, who was in the Folkmalt, and who was the High Dever. Because mostly nothing really shifts except only the name of whoever is the head of Lawmoot, who's ever the head leadership arm, who's ever the head of the lawmaking arm, and whoever the head of the law upholding arm. So, Helen, don't be guilting me and shaming me for not choosing. Well, Jordan, if you don't choose who's going to run the Gavin Lawmoot, the Gavin, the Reich, Earldom, or Near Lawmoots out there, if everyone is like you, well, not everyone's like me. Some folks like to go around and choose, and then bitch and rant when whoever they chose, A, didn't get in, or B, did something in their behalf that they didn't like. So, yeah, I don't like choosing. And why some folks out there like you like to make a big deal out of it, or start the guilting and the shaming, as if everything, all the binds that the 4-1 Reichs has had since 1776 YL will be, dealt with if more and more folks were choosing. Well, first off, I'm not going to say that the 4-1 Reichs would be any more flawless. No land is. Well, at least you do get a say of who runs your Lawmoot for you in your behalf. And I think that, Jordan, you should choose. No, I want to keep out of it. Alright, I want nothing to do with choosing. You know, everyone likes to make a big deal and talk about how everybody likes to make everyone who chooses out to be a good doer, and everyone who doesn't choose, they make them out to be either some kind of weakling or something. Well, don't guilt and shame me for not choosing. You get it. You understand where I'm coming from. Every time someone chooses, they make them out to be a good doer or make them out to be bold or fearless. And then anyone that doesn't choose, they either guilt or shame as being a weakling or being some kind of wrongdoer or something. You know, as if you're no good for not choosing. Well, if you like this film, follow me over here at the Jordan Long Fairway. Watch the other film I made yesterday over here. Jordan Long, and Jordan Mulan Long, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye. Farewell.